Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam
Swayam
Rupa
Rupa
Kada
Kada
Mahyam
Mahyam
Dadati
Tadapi
Swapadantikam
Swapadantikam
Vandeham Shri
Vandeham Shri
Guru Shri
Guru Shri
Yutapadakamalaam Shri
Yutapadakamalaam
Guru
Shri Guru
Vaishnavamscha
Vaishnavamshta
Shri
Shri
Rupam
Rupam
Sagrajatam
Sagrajatam
Sahagana
Sahagana
Raghunathanvitam Tam
Raghunathanvitam Tam
Sajivam
Sajivam
Sadvaitam
Sadvaitam
Savadutam
Savadutam
Parijana Sahitam
Parijana
Krishna
Sahitam Krishna
Chaitanya Devam
Chaitanya Devam
Shri
Sri
Radha Krishna
Radha Krishna
Pada
Pada
Sahagana
Sahagana
Lalita Shri
Raghunatha
Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna
He
Karuna
Krishna Karuna
Sindhu
Sindhu
Dinabandho
Dinabandho
Jagatpate
Jagatpate
Gopesha
Gopesha
Gopika
Gopika
Kanta
Kanta
Radha
Radha
Kanta
Kanta
Namostute
Namostute
Tapta
Tapta
Kanchana
Kanchana
Gaurangi Radhe
Gaurangi Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrindavaneshwari
Rishabhanu Sute
Rishabhanu Sute
Devi
Devi
Pranamami Hari
Pranamami
Priye
Hari Priye
Vancha
Pancha
Kalpatarubhyascha
Kalpatarubhyascha
Kripa
Krupa
Sindhubhya Eva Cha
Sindhubhya Eva
Patitanam
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Namaha
Namaha
Jai Shri Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Shri
Advaita
Gadadhara
Advaita
Gadadhara
Sivasadi
Srivasadi
Gaura
Gadadhara
Bhakta Vrinda
Bhakta
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Gantara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai
Jai.
Shri Gajendra Stuti ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, so we have been discussing Gajendra Stuti, shloka number 20, uh, where Gajendra is glorifying Krishna Katha or Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So, what is that shloka? Shloka number 20. What is that? एकान्तिनो यस्य न कञ्चनार्थं वाञ्छन्ति ये वै भगवत्प्रपन्नाः अत्यद्भुतं तच्चरितं सुमङ्गलं गायन्त आनन्दसमुद्रमग्नाः. So Gajendra is saying that, O my Lord, Ekāntino yasya, those who perform your unalloyed devotion, those who perform ananya bhakti to you, they do not have any material desire. Na kanchanartham. They do not have any material desire. Na kanchanartham vanchanti. They are not aspiring for any material benefit because they are surrendered souls. Bhagavat prapannaha. Bhagavat means unto that Bhagavan, Vishnu or Krishna. Prapannaha, surrendered. So those devotees, pure devotees, who have surrendered to you and who are performing Ananya Bhakti, Ekānta Bhakti, unalloyed, pure devotional service, unalloyed devotional service, they do not have any material desire. Why do they not have any material desire? There has to be some desire, right? Soul means there has to be some desire. Soul is active, and when the soul is active, soul looks at the senses, keep looking at so many different things, and that's how the desires will form. But Gajendra is saying that the pure devotees, who are surrendered to you, they do not have any material desire. It is the nature of the soul to be active, to have desire, to fulfill the desire and get satisfaction. But pure devotees, no, before that. So if you don't fulfill your desires and if you are not satisfied, that is when you will aspire for material benefits. So here the Lord is asking Gajendra. Okay, this is how the acharyas, they write commentary. The Lord does not start speaking until he comes in front of Gajendra, which we will discuss after completing all these prayers. Probably by end of December we'll complete Gajendra Stuti, all the 28 shlokas, and then couple of days we will take to discuss how the Lord appeared in front of Gajendra and what was the conversation between Gajendra and Vishnu. So until then, there's no talk between Gajendra and the Lord. Gajendra is only offering prayers, 28 prayers, one after the other. Very deep, heartfelt, emotional prayers, highly philosophical, full of bhakti rasa, full of surrender. So there's no conversation. It's not it's not a dialogue. It's a monologue. Gajendra is only speaking, offering prayers. But acharyas, when they are writing commentary, this is how they say that the Lord as Paramatma, who is sitting in the heart of Gajendra, he is hearing all the prayers. And this is what the Lord is thinking. This is what the Lord is asking Gajendra. So what is Lord is asking Gajendra here when Gajendra said, Ekantino yasya na kanchanartam vanchanti evai bhagavat prapannaha atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudra magnaha. The acharyas are saying that Gajendra is asking, Lord Vishnu is asking Gajendra, why the pure devotees, they do not come to me asking for material benefits. Why don't they ask? Because in the previous shloka, that's what Gajendra said. Gajendra said, Yam dharma kamartha vimukti kaman bhajanta ishtan gatimapnuvanti kim chashishoratyapi deham avyayam karotu meda bhradayo vimokshanam. In which Gajendra said, O my Lord, you fulfill the desires of your devotees no matter what their aspiration is. Whether one is aspiring for material benefit or one is aspiring for spiritual benefit, or whether one is aspiring for mixed benefit, karma mishra bhakti, jnana mishra bhakti, like that, doesn't matter what is their aspiration, what is their intention, doesn't matter. Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udaradihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusha param. You fulfill the desires of all the devotees, all kinds of desires. So after that, in 20th shloka, when Gajendra said, Ekantino yasya, when Gajendra said in 19th shloka that no matter what is the aspiration of devotees, you fulfill all the desires. Then the Lord is asking Gajendra, then why do some devotees, they don't ask me for material benefits? Don't they have any desire? And if they have a desire, how are they getting their desires fulfilled? How are they getting satisfaction? That is when Gajendra says, 20th shloka. In 20th shloka, he is saying that the pure devotees who have surrendered to you, who have surrendered at your lotus feet and rendering unalloyed devotional service to you, they derive satisfaction from your katha. They derive satisfaction from your katha. And how is the katha of Vishnu? Vishnu is Anantam, Vishnu katha is Anantam. And it is Atyadbhutam. It is Sumangalam. Atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudra magnaha. Whoever hears your katha, it is very wonderful to their ears. And it is very auspicious, whoever is hearing. And whoever is reciting, whoever is singing your glories, they are drowning in the ocean of bliss. In fact, both, the reciter and hearer, both are immersing in the pools of ecstasy. They are immersing in the ocean of bliss. In Damodara Ashtakam also we see, right? Satyavrata Muni, he says, second shloka, he says, Iti drikshva lila birananda kunde swagosham nimajantam akhyapayantam. Iti drik swalila bir ananda kunde nimajjantam. O my Lord, O Damodara, you have performed so many leelas like this Damodara leela. And with your own leela, swalila bir. Iti drik swalila bir ananda kunde. You have immersed the residents of Raja in the pools of ecstasy. Ananda Kunda. In Vrindavan, there are so many kundas. Radha Kund, Shama Kund, Surya Kund. And there are so many lakes. Kusum Sarovar, Manas Sarovar. There is Manas Sarovar in the Himalaya region, and there is a Manas Sarovar in Vrindavan also. There are so many kunds, so many lakes, so many sarovars. Like that, Ananda Kunda. Krishna immerses the residents of Raja in the pools of ecstasy. That is what Gajendra is saying. Atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudra magnaha. Now, in the purport, Prabhupada writes, let me try to find that sentence here. Yeah. It's in the translation. If you look at the translation, right? This is the translation of 8.3.20 and 21. Unallied devotees who have no desire other than to serve the Lord worship Him in full surrender and always hear and chant about His activities, which are most wonderful and auspicious. Thus they always merge in an ocean of transcendental bliss. Such devotees never ask the Lord for any benediction. I, however, am in danger. Thus I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, and so on. So here, this sentence, look at this. I, however, am in danger. Why is Gajendra, on one side, he's talking about pure devotional service, Ekānta Bhakti. Ekāntino yasya na kanchanartam. On one side, he's talking about pure devotional service and how the pure devotees who are soul surrendered, uh, they don't have any material desire. While saying that, immediately he's saying, I am in danger. Now, these two things look contradictory, right? As and when Gajendra said that, Gajendra talked about Ekānta Bhakti and how pure devotees they perform unalloyed devotion, ananya bhakti to Krishna. They don't have any material desires. So now immediately if he is saying this, it defeats the purpose of glorifying pure devotional service. It defeats the purpose of what has been said about the pure devotees. That means he said something and he is asking something else. It's a dual nature. It appears like that, but it is not. So why Gajendra is saying, however, I am in danger, why he is saying this is, as pure devotees, they taste the Amrita, the Krishna Katamritam, the Amrita of Krishna Katha, and how they are drowning in the material, how they are drowning in the ocean of bliss. I am not able to do that. I am not able to taste that Amrita. That is the danger Gajendra is talking about. He is not at this point. He is not even worried about the clutches of a crocodile. He is not even worried about saving his life. But the only thing that he is worried about now is, oh my Lord, your devotees, they always find great satisfaction in hearing your katha. Atyadbhutam tacharitam. But see, because I am in this dangerous situation, in this precarious situation, I have been fighting with this crocodile for 1,000 years, and I do not have any sadhu sangha here. I do not have any associates, any association of devotees here, from whom I can hear your katha. So for that purpose, you save me immediately. You release me from this dangerous situation. And all I want after that is only to hear your katha.
Amazing devotee. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is what he's saying. He's not worried about the material danger here. He's not worried about the material suffering. He has gone beyond that now. So this should be the mood. This should be the mood of everyone. That I'm not able to taste the Krishna Katamritam. While others are able to taste that Katamritam, I'm not able to do that. So we should have this eagerness, we should have this anxiety, desire, strong desire to hear Katha. So that's very beautiful. What Gajendra is talking here, it's very beautiful. It appears as if Gajendra is only glorifying the pure devotees who are relishing Krishna Katamritam, but by saying that he's expressing his desire. In every shloka, he is expressing something. So only when we read Acharya's commentary, we can understand what is the deeper internal meaning of these prayers. So now, talking about this Ekānta Bhakti, right? So what happens when we perform Ekānta Bhakti. Or first of all, what is Ekānta Bhakti? Let's talk about that little bit. I mean, that topic itself is a very vast topic. We can talk about that for a few days. But just to give a high level summary of what is Ekānta Bhakti. In English, it is unalloyed devotion, pure devotional service, unalloyed devotional service. In Sanskrit, it is Ekānta Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti. For those of you who are familiar with Vishnu Sahasranama, towards the end, what is the shloka there? What does Bhagavan say there? Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham vidyabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham.
Yes.
Those who perform unalloyed devotion to me, for them I provide what they lack and I preserve what they have. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. So, but the condition, the prerequisite is one must perform unalloyed devotion. Only then Lord can do Yogakshema. So generally people forget about the first part, and then they think the Lord can take care of me. He only said he'll provide what I lack, and he will preserve what I have. He will do that, but only when we perform unalloyed devotion. So that's very important. So this Ekanta Bhakti means there are multiple meanings that can be explained. So one meaning is there is no practice of jnana yoga, karma yoga, ashtanga yoga, or any other type of yoga except bhakti yoga. If we perform only bhakti as a service to the Lord, then that is Ekanta Bhakti at a high level. That's an explanation for beginners. But as you advance, if you want to know, if you want to know the deeper meaning of Ekanta Bhakti means you're performing bhakti, but that bhakti should be performed with ananyata, ananya mamata. Ananya mamata Vishnu, mamata prema sangataha. Bhaktirityuchyate Bhishma Prahlada Uddhava Narada. Ananya mamata. That means a feeling of exclusive possessiveness on the Lord. A feeling of exclusive ownership on the Lord. A feeling of servitorship. Thinking that if I don't serve my Lord, there is nobody else to serve the Lord. If I don't do this work for my Lord, there is nobody who can do it. So with that feeling, we have to perform any work, whether it is a material work or if it is a devotional service, anything, we have to see it as yoga to connect with the Lord. And when we think that way, Krishna also thinks in a similar way. Krishna will think that I do not have anyone else other than this person in my heart. I do not have anyone else other than this person in my heart. Krishna will also have that Ananya Prema. So this is a deeper meaning of Ekanta Bhakti. Practically, this Ekanta Bhakti is performed. Another practical meaning of Ekanta Bhakti is living in a solitary place and performing bhakti. as you advance in bhakti, you have to live in a solitary place. In the olden days, the Goswamis and Acharyas, they used to have something called as Bhajan Kutir, a small hut called Bhajan Kutir, in which only they live. Only that Acharya or Goswami, only that sadhu will live there. No family, nothing, nobody else, no followers, no other devotees. But this person will live. Sometimes we have seen the sadhus live in caves. Why do they live in caves? Because if it is a small hut, people think that oh, it's a home and there is somebody, let me go and visit. And as people come to know that there is a sadhu living in that hut, in the hermitage or bhajan kutir, lot of people will come and take his blessings. So all these things will disturb the sadhana of the pure devotee. That's why we have seen some devotees, they go and hide in caves and perform bhajana. So this is, practically this is how we have to do. Generally, the practice of living in a solitary place and practicing some yoga, it is meant for Ashtanga yogis. Ashtanga yogis, they have to live in a secluded place, in a forest, in Himalayas, where there is no disturbance from external people. But in bhakti, it is not required in the beginning and intermediate stages. In the beginning and intermediate stages, you need association of other devotees. You need to go to temples, you need to, visit so many sadhus, you need to go and visit dhams, holy places. You need to do all these things. So you need to have some public life. To get some inspiration and to progress in bhakti, you need some public life. But as you advance, as you go to the advanced stage, from beginner level to intermediate stage to advanced stage, that is when you need a secluded place, a bhajan kutir. I mean, that bhajan kutir can be of different formats, right? It can be a small hut, it can be one single room. You may live in a very high-rise apartment in Seattle downtown, but your room, you are alone all by yourself, and most of the time you are inside. 22 hours of the day you are inside. Maybe 1 hour you come out for for buying groceries or whatever. But majority of the time, 99% of the time, you are all by yourself. And what are we supposed to do? Bhajan. Bhajan means not necessarily this. That is also one part of bhajan. But the word bhajan means devotional service. Now what is the devotional service? It includes Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Padasevanam, Vandanam, Sakyam, Dasyam, Atmanivedanam. All these 9 processes of devotional service. This is called bhajana. This is called bhajana. So these Goswamis, Acharyas who live in Bhajan Kutir, what do? They read Bhagavatam, they write commentaries on Bhagavatams, or they write different books to inspire people, and they chant. They chant on their beads, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. They chant the holy name. We have seen how Haridas Thakur, He was chanting 192 rounds every day, which takes 20 plus hours. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he used to chant for 22 hours every day. So like that, all these, saintly people, they do Ekanta Seva. Ekanta Seva. Exclusive worship of the Lord. Exclusive worship of the Lord. There was one sadhu in Vrindavan, and it's a real thing that happened. That shows how these sadhus, when they are doing this Ekanta Seva, unalloyed devotion in seclusion, how they meditate on the Lord and what is revealed to them. So let's look at some story to understand this. There was a sadhu by name Krishna Dasa, Siddha Krishna Dasa Babaji. Siddha Krishna Dasa Babaji. He is the one who has written Tulsi Arati. Every day morning, if you are attending Mangalarati either at home or in the temple, and you are reciting Tulsi Arati, Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Preyasi, Namo Namaha Eto Mara Sharanaloy Tara Vanche Purna Hoy Krupa Kori Koro Daro Yugalaru Parasi. So, Tulsi Arati. The author of Tulsi Arati is this Siddha Krishna Das Babaji. He was living in a cave. That is his bhajan kutir. And he was performing Ekanta Seva. Even though he was living in cave in a hiding place, trying to avoid people from visiting him, but still people somehow came to know about him, and they used to visit every day morning. They used to visit and take blessings. Sometimes he comes out. He doesn't come out so often, but sometimes he comes out to inspire people. So one day, the people of Vrindavan, they came to this cave, and they were waiting outside. It was an official day on which they could get darshan of this Babaji. So they have been waiting there since morning. They have been waiting for a long time, and Krishnadas Babaji does not come out. And then after a very, very, very long time, longer than usual, he comes out. And then they ask him, "Oh Babaji, what have you been doing inside? We have been waiting outside for a long time. Why you took so long?" Then this Siddha Krishna Das Babaji, he just says that, "No, I have been chanting extra rounds today. I have been chanting holy name." But then, as the people looked at him carefully, they noticed his whole dress, the white cloth. The sadhus, they just wear some dhoti and then maybe some uttariyam. So the white color clothes, they are full of colors. They are full of colors. Just like on a holy day, you wear white cloth, and that's how people wear, right? They attend holy festivals in white color kurtas, white color dresses, so that when the colors are sprinkled on you, it looks very colorful. If you're already wearing some dark color shirt, the colors may not appear so prominently. So just to enhance the color festival, they wear white clothes. And when colors are sprinkled on that white cloth, then it looks very beautiful. So this Siddha Krishnadas Babaji, he was wearing white clothes. And when he came out of the cave, all the people, they noticed his clothes were full of colors, vibrant colors. And then they asked him, "O Sadhu, what about these colors? Who sprinkled these colors on you?" Then he revealed. Then he revealed. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, that's okay. So then Siddha Krishnadas Babaji reveals, saying that I was protecting Radharani. I was helping Radharani in the in the holy festival when Krishna was doing pichkari. He was sprinkling, color onto Radharani with a strong force of the water. I was guarding Radharani and trying to stop the color, hit Radharani with heavy force. This is the service I was doing. Now everybody was puzzled. Where is Krishna? Where is Radharani in the cave? Everybody knows that in the cave, only this Siddha Krishnadas Babaji is there. Then he revealed, saying that I was meditating. I was meditating on this Leela of Radha and Krishna and how I was assisting Radharani from how I was protecting Radharani from the strong force of the water coming from Krishna's syringe. So as he was meditating, it actually manifested on his clothes. Those colors, it actually manifested on his clothes. But the reality is, he was only meditating. Radha Krishna were not there in the cave. They are in the spiritual world. But simply by his meditation, he was able to experience that. And that manifested as colors on his clothes. So this is the kind of experience. This is the depth of the bhakti, the pure devotees, the sadhus who are performing Ekānta Bhakti. Ekāntino yasya na kanchanartham vanchanti evai bhagavat prapannaha. So such devotees, the way they practice this bhakti is very, very deep. They don't think of anything other than Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. So, by saying that, Gajendra is also indicating another thing, that, oh my Lord, now I would like to perform this Ekānta Bhakti to you. I would like to perform this Ekānta Bhakti to you. I do not want any material desire. I'm not even worried about saving my life. But I want to perform Ekānta Bhakti and I want to hear more of your katha. I want to hear more of your katha. Now, why Gajendra is talking about only katha? He could have asked about something else, right? Bhajana means there are so many other activities, other services. Doing kirtan, chanting, hearing, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. There are so many different limbs of bhakti. But why Gajendra is only talking about hearing, Shravanam? That is, because he was able to recite this Gajendra Stuti, these prayers. Because he heard these stutis in the last life. Repeatedly he heard this stuti in his previous life as Indradumna Maharaj. That's why he was able to remember, and that's why he's reciting these stutis now. So because the Shravanam from the past life, the continuous hearing of Katha, continuous hearing of the stutis from the past life, helped Gajendra in the current life to recite those prayers and to remember the Lord. That's why he is asking for an opportunity to hear Katha. Atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudra magnaha. See how beautiful. Every little thing has a very deep internal meaning. So while he is glorifying Ekānta Bhakti, while he is glorifying pure devotees, he is expressing his appeal.
His desire.
Yeah, he's expressing his desire. So very wonderful. So now, what happens when we perform, unalloyed devotion? There's a beautiful shloka from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam that I wanted to share with everybody. And also, this is winter season, right? In winter, what do you see?
Fog.
Fog. Very good. In winter, you see fog. There is mist and fog everywhere. You cannot see the road properly. The scenery looks very beautiful. Green trees and tall green trees covered by mist and fog. It looks very beautiful. But if we have to drive on the road, then it is little difficult. So there is fog. And when will the fog be removed? How the fog will be removed?
When heat comes.
When sun
Sun
appears,
comes.
when the sunlight dissipates this fog, then everything will be clear. So with that analogy, there is a shloka in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, very beautiful. This is in the Ajamilopakyanam, the pastime of Ajamila, 6th canto. 6th canto, chapter 1, shloka number 15. Kechid kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayanaha agham dhunvanti karsneya niharam iva bhaskaraha. Niharam iva bhaskaraha. The word niharam means fog. Bhaskara is sun. Agam is sin. Dhunvanti. Dhunvanti means to destroy. So those, okay, let's read the translation. Mihir, are you able to read this?
My Sanskrit is not that good.
No,
So
English. Just read the English.
the bottom part you are saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Only a rare person who has adopted complete unalloyed devotional service to Krishna can uproot the weeds of sinful actions with no possibility that they will revive. He can do this simply by discharging devotional service, just as the sun can immediately dissipate fog by its rays.
Yeah. So just like how the fog is dissipated by the sun rays, similarly, when we perform Kevala Bhakti, Kechit Kevalaya Bhaktya, Kechit Kevalaya Bhaktya Vasudeva Parayanaha. So only with this unalloyed devotion, Kevala Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, Ekānta Bhakti, these are all same. In Gajendra prayer, we saw Ekānta Bhakti. Here the word used is Kevala Bhakti. Kevala means only one. There's only Krishna for me, nobody else. When we perform that kind of bhakti to Krishna, Krishna will uproot all our sins and sinful reactions and tendency to commit sins also. He will destroy three things: sins, sinful reactions, and tendency to sin. These three things will be removed. Everything, bija, kuta, prarabdha, aprarabdha, sanchita, agama, all types of karmas will be destroyed. And then there is another beautiful shloka where Rupa Goswami, he glorifies pure devotional service with this shloka here. The shloka, if you look at all these 6 words, the Sanskrit words, and read them in one order, it becomes a shloka. So let me read the shloka, and then we can discuss this. So kleshagni shubhada moksha lagutakrit sudurlabha sandrananda visheshatma Sri Krishna Karshini Chasa. So what are these different words here? Kleshagni. The first one is Kleshagni. Pure devotional service gives immediate relief from all kinds of material desires. Klesha Agni. Klesha means the material distress. Agni, the fire of material distress. So as a person is performing pure devotional service, they are no longer disturbed by the dualities of this life. They are no longer disturbed by heat and cold, happiness and distress, victory and defeat, honor and dishonor. They are no longer disturbed by these. Okay? Shubhada, pure devotional service, is the beginning of all auspiciousness. Pure devotional service is the beginning of all auspiciousness. That's what Gajendra also said. Sumangalam. Atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam. Moksha lagutakrit. Pure devotional service derides the conception of liberation. Now in this world, everybody is aspiring for liberation. Now what is liberation? Liberation is nothing but relief from material distress. Relief from material distress is called liberation. You know, when a person is put in the jail and he has been given some punishment, that he has to be in the jail for 14 years. And after 14 years, at the end of 14 years, we say that he is released from the jail. He is liberated from the jail. If jail is considered as a place of misery, it's a place of misery because you don't have the material comforts there, and you have to work hard, and you have to eat not so good food. You cannot meet anybody. So it's a miserable life. So after 14 years, if the person is released, It's like a liberation. It's getting relief from the distress in the prison. Similarly, getting relief from the material distress is liberation. That is what 99% of the people are aspiring for. But the pure devotees who are practicing pure devotional service, Uttama Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti, Ekānta Bhakti, Kevala Bhakti, they do not even aspire for liberation. For them, the word liberation, the concept liberation looks very small. Moksha laguta krit. Lagu means small. Lagu and Guru, we heard these in Sanskrit and, different languages grammar. We have Lagu and Guru. Lagu means small, Guru and Guru means big. Moksha laguta krit. The word moksha or the concept of liberation, it appears very small for them. Because they are enjoying, they're already drowning in the ocean of bliss by hearing Krishna Katha, by discussing Krishna Katha with others. They are drowning in the pools of ecstasy. For them, it doesn't matter whether they are in the material world or they are in the spiritual world, it doesn't matter. So, moksha laguta krit. Sudurlabha. Fourth one is sudurlabha. Pure devotional service is rarely achieved. It's like Kohinoor diamond. Not everybody can get it. So we are all so fortunate to have access to this Uttama Bhakti. We are practicing. We have begun the practice of Uttama Bhakti. Now we have not achieved perfection, but at least we are in the process. We are practicing Shuddha Bhakti. For that, we should feel happy. We should feel fortunate. Next, fifth one, Sandrananda Visheshatma. Pure devotional service automatically puts one in transcendental pleasure. This is what Gajendra is glorifying there. Gayanta Ananda Samudra Magnaha. Okay, as the devotees are singing the glories of Krishna, they are drowning in the ocean of bliss. As they are hearing the Katha of Krishna, they are drowning in the ocean of bliss. Okay, next, the last one, sixth one. Sri Krishna Karshini. Pure devotional service is the only means to attract Krishna. Krishna is not attracted by anything else. You perform Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. By performing Ashtanga Yoga, a yogi who meditates on Paramatma, at the max he can get Paramatma realization. That's all he can get. But if you want more, if you want much more deeper happiness than that, if you want much more deeper bliss than that, if you want to play with Krishna, if you want to tease Krishna, if you want to sit next to Krishna and eat, if you want to play games with Krishna, if you want to play hide and seek with Krishna, or if you want to scold Krishna, if you want to chastise Krishna, if you want to bind Krishna onto something, that is only possible with bhakti. So the process is very beautiful, and the goal is also very beautiful. Now, yesterday we were discussing about this shloka from Gopi Geet, right? Tava katamrutam tapta jivanam kavibiriditam kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Bhuvi grunati ye bhurida jana. So how the gopis are praying to Krishna that Tava katamrutam tapta jivanam. Tapta jivanam means the distressful life filled with miseries. For a life that is filled with miseries, your katha is amruta. It's like sanjeevani. Your katha is like sanjeevani. What is sanjeevani? Sanjeevani can bring a dead person back to life. It's also amrutam. Amrutam, sanjeevani, both are same. So your katha is like that sanjeevani that can bring a dead person also to life. Now when gopis were, in the distress, what was their distress? In the Rasa Leela, Krishna disappeared all of a sudden. And gopis were feeling heat of separation from Krishna. In that heat of separation, they were singing Gopi Geet. And they are saying, Tava katamrutam. Simply by hearing your katha, can bring life to a person. So Gajendra, now coming back to Gajendra prayer, Gajendra is saying that, Oh my Lord, now I am almost dead in the clutches of crocodile. I have been fighting for the last 1,000 years and I have failed. I am almost a dead person now. In this situation, the only thing that can give me life is your katha. Atyadbhutam tacharitam sumangalam gayanta ananda samudra magnaha. So there's one more shloka from Bhagavatam that glorifies Krishna Katha. We'll discuss that and then we'll stop. This is the shloka from Canto 1, 2nd chapter, 17th shloka. Shrunvatam swakata Krishna punya shravana kirtanaha hridhyanantasto hyabhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Sanatana katam Krishna punyasravana kirtanam hrudayantasto hiya bhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Yeah. Someone else can read the translation. Maybe Neela. Neela, are you there?
Hare Krishna, that was Purāṇa Prabhuji, yes.
Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Hare Krishna. This is so true.
Yeah. Yeah, we can all practically experience this, right? If you compare your own life, all of us, how we had material desires, we were completely, if you take out 8 hours of sleep aside, the remaining 16 hours, we were completely involved in material activities. Movies, shopping, vacations, shopping, so many things. Chatting with friends, gossiping, playing different games, all those things. But what is Shukadev Goswami saying here? Those who have developed the urge to hear his messages, his katha, for them, the desire for material enjoyment is cleansed. Shrunvatam vidunoti. Dunoti means to clean, to wash. From this root word comes the Hindi word dobi. Dona. Dona means to wash, right? Dunoti is the Sanskrit word. Dona is that Hindi word. Dobi, dona. Just like how a dobi wala. What does he do when he has to wash the clothes? What does he do? He takes them to a dobi ghat, and he bangs them onto a hard rock so that all the contamination will be cleansed. So just like that, when we hear Krishna Katha, all our anarthas will be cleansed. Vidhunoti. Dunoti itself means cleansing. Vidhunoti means Vishesha Rupena Dhunoti. That means once the material desires are cleansed, we will no longer get any material desire in the future. We will only have spiritual desire. Vidhunoti. Special cleaning, like deep cleaning. Deep cleaning. Cleaning from the roots. Okay. So before we conclude here, any questions, comments, reflections?
Yeah, Prabhuji, it's like this shloka also what we discussed yesterday reminds me of Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Yesterday I felt that it is like at the end of the day, after the mind has been completely contaminated with all the material work that we have put in the day, after hearing Krishna Katha, it feels like you've taken a bath. You've rinsed your mind in the nectar of Krishna Katha. You feel it's a different state of consciousness.
Yeah, totally. In the same Shikshashtakam, the first shloka is Cheto Darpana Marjanam, right? The last shloka, it says Sarvatma Snap. No, not shloka. Last shloka, the last line. Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. What is Snapanam? Snapanam means Snanam, taking bath, taking shower. Or it can also mean Abhishekam. So this Krishna Katha, or chanting of Krishna's name, is like taking shower and getting rid of all the contamination that we have accumulated since the morning. So
Totally,
every day.
Prabhuji, yes. And all glories to your very consistent service, Prabhuji, that there are many obstacles in showing up for class. Sometimes, many times I'm late or, whatever it is, but somewhere at the back of the mind, there is this, no, let me still join the class, even if it is for a little while, let me join the class. It is that thing is there, and certainly it is not possible without association of devotees like you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
All the credit goes to everybody who have committed for last, 7-8 months. We started this in April. So 8 months. So since last 8 months, all the devotees, all of you have committed your time, 1.5 hour, taking out 1.5 hour precious time from your daily schedule is not so easy. Because you all have kids, many of you are working also. And you have to take care of your husbands, your wives, your children, your job. despite this, taking out 1.5 hour time every day and listening attentively, this is what inspires me also. And that's how we have been able to travel so far together on this journey.
+1, Prabhuji. So I don't know if other members know about it, but I think most of the times I feel like, you are sacrificing the precious time. You could have spent this time in Kirtan and listening to Amarendra Prabhu, especially during his stay here.
Yeah.
I think you are sacrificing that time for the sake of, giving association to us. It's a big thing, actually. It's like people are coming from multiple states to have association of Amarendra Prabhu, and you are sacrificing, even though you are just a few steps away from the thing, and you are sacrificing that and spending that time with us, and there is no guarantee that we would join. That is another thing. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very big thing. Yeah, because we have the small excuses not to join. But yeah, I mean, you are putting that time aside for us, just for us. So
as I mentioned in the in one of the classes, I believe last month or a month before that I may be hearing from many different people, or I may be giving many other classes in Bellevue, Bothell, some online different classes, but this group is very special to me. This group is very dear and special to me. This is where we can discuss the pure bhakti related stuff, completely filled with rasa. Bhagavatam, stutis and stotrams, they are very dear to me. The philosophy is great. I speak philosophy in other classes. I hear philosophical classes from others. That is great. That is also needed. But the stutis and stotrams are also equally important. And this is very dear to me. I really relish stutis and stotrams. And I'm very happy that all of you also have shown interest in hearing, reciting, and understanding stutis word by word, understanding the meaning. So that's why this group is very, very special. Yeah. So, okay. So with that, we'll pause here. Mangalam Kosalendraya, Mahaniya Gunatmane, Chakravarti
Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya
Ratra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Gajendra Stuti ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nārāyaṇa Kila Guru Bhagavan
Bhagavan
Namaste.
Namaste.
Guru Bhagavan Namaste.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.